Hello everybody, my name is Broseph or Joseph and welcome to the channel. So in today's video what we're going to be doing is of course playing some MTG Arena, but what I got for you is a super fun Blex Pest deck. And this one is nuts. I mean, of course we're playing around Blex Vexing Pest. My goodness, that's such a tongue twister. But other pests, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders you control get +1/+1. Try saying that 4 times fast. And when he dies you gain 4 life. He does have a backside, which we probably won't be using, but you may look at the top 5 cards of your library, put any number of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You lose 3 life for each card. So we probably won't be using that anyways, but we're running 4 Blex in this deck here. And then what we're trying to do is just create a ton of snakes, bats, pests, of course, and then also insects. I love Scute Swarm. I think I developed like a passionate love for this card. I refuse to spend wild cards on it, and then I put it in this deck, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty nuts. But yeah, so what we're doing here, we got Blex. We're going to be boosting our Scute Swarm. We're going to be boosting our Fangblade here, and then the star of the deck is Sedgemoor Witch. This is how we're going to be creating a ton of our pests. We're going to be combining Sedgemoor Witch with our Plumb the Forbiddens, and the great part about this is so let's say we have, a couple pests on the battlefield, or we have like Eye Twitch or some of our other smaller creatures. We can go ahead and sacrifice them with Plumb the Forbidden, and since we're copying Plumb the Forbidden, we get that much more pests. So we're really only spending 2 mana to draw 2 cards, or however many cards we are going to get. So pretty nuts here. That's really what the deck's doing. To create a bunch of pests, we have Tend the Pests, Daemogoth, Titan, the basics, and then of course we had to throw Prosperous Innkeeper there to get some life gain. And then a secondary win condition is Dina with our Prosperous Innkeeper, just in case we're not doing much damage to them because they have blockers. Other than that, we got Flunk as our removal here. I don't like playing removal in my decks. I think it's much more fun to have creature combos, and it can be effective to only run creature combos. So other than that, that's pretty much it. As you can see, our sideboard here is pretty basic. We got Containment Breach, got Introduction to Prophecy, Narcotic Fumes, and of course Environmental Sciences. So yeah, that's the deck there. Now all you guys got to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy. Before we hop into the video, here's your friendly reminder to hit that subscribe button. Even though I'm a newer channel to YouTube and I don't have as many subscribers as other channels, I really try to put out content consistently and a good quality so you guys can enjoy it. Alright, that's it. Let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty, game number 1 here up against Ash Crow. And not the best starting hands, I gotta say. Eye Twitch with no black mana is not fantastic, but the opponent does go first. So I think we'll keep this because Scute Swarm is just overpowered. I mean, especially with Plumb the Forbidden. Alright, so keep. Hello, Mr. Opponent. Oh my goodness. A little bit of lag here, sorry about that. And we do get our black mana, sweet. So Eye Twitch, we get to get him out and pass turn. Yeah, that could have been more better. I like when that happens, when Magic like actually lets you play its game. It's awesome. Check for traps. Probably gonna lose our Scute Swarm. Yeah, that's definitely what it's gonna be here. Yep, that's not good. Alrighty, Witherboom, Campus. We will throw that down. And then go to combat, swing in, and pass turn. So yeah, sorry about that lag. Usually it takes a game for the computer to kind of get used to it. But other than that, we should be good next game. Alright, Wizard class. They gotta draw some cards. And we get our Blex. Sweet. That's actually really nice here with the cards that we have. So let's go Fangblade. And then we'll throw Blex out next turn because he can still buff our creatures as we swing in. And we'd rather have the Fangblade not Summoning Sickness when we throw Blex out. Alrighty, what shenanigans this guy got going? It's most likely going to be counter spells and oh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe just like some sort of card draw kind of thing going. Alright, let's go Forest into, of course, our Blexy boy. And we won't play the backside here. Want to take advantage of his ability. So boom boom, swing in. We don't mind if they block with Soul Knife Spy. At least we get her off the battlefield. Otherwise, we get a Venture here. See what he does. I mean, we need some other things here just in case, because we know there's a great chance that they are gonna be playing some big creatures here. So we'll go down Dungeon of the Mad Mage and pass the turn. We got our flunk for anything they have to play here. The sad part about flunk is if they're drawing tons of cards, it's not really useful, just because it's 7 minus number of cards in that creature's controller's hand. But it gets the job done most of the time. And he's got a flunk of his own. All right. Yeah, so that's probably where I shouldn't have gone down Dungeon of the Mad Mage, because we don't get a scry right away. Okay, Baleful Mastery takes away our Blex. We do have a Sedgemoor Witch and Plumb the Forbidden, so this is looking pretty decent still. Alright, so let's go Pathway for black. And then we will play our Sedgemoor Witch, and then we will flunk next turn. I think that's definitely the best play. Yeah, we don't need the Prosperous Innkeeper quite yet. Actually, do we? Nah, let's not do it. Let's go ahead and swing in for 1. Pass turn. So we're still looking good. I mean, just based on how much damage we've done. We're beating them in that territory. We have our flunk. We have answers. Plumb the Forbidden. Everything's just going nicely. Alright, what's it going to be, opponent? Ah, man, do they have an answer? I mean, that's typical for like a black deck in Standard nowadays. They have every type of answer for every creature you have. They will have to pay 3 life, though. That's kind of big for their 11 life total right now. And Poison the Cup. Alright, so they probably will pay 3 life. We could Plumb the Forbidden, both of these guys, and create pests. I think that's probably the best response here. Actually, let's see if they pay the 3 life first. Yeah, that's definitely the best way to go. Boom, they pay the 3, and then we Plumb the Forbidden. Sacrifice 2. I Twitch, Sedgemoor Witch. Boom. We get to draw the cards, sweet. And we get our Blex, awesome. We get to learn. We will get our Introduction to Prophecy. And we get our Dina. Not too bad. Some pretty good cards here. Alright, down to 12. Draw some more cards. And will that be it for you, sir? Can I give you some more food or something? Oh, man. Alright, well, lots of exiling there. And we got another Sedgemoor Witch. Sweet. So let's go Sedgemoor Witch, and then we will Introduction to Prophecy. Yep, I think that's the play. We create a pest, which is awesome. We don't need 2 lands. No, thank you. And we draw into another Plumb the Forbidden. Awesome. So, I mean, we got everything we need here. Opponent's playing a lot of destruction, though. Okay, Xanathar. That's pretty solid. I think we do pretty well against this deck still, though. Just because of our chump blockers. That's the great thing about playing pests, is we have really good chump blockers. We don't want them to draw any cards. So we'll gain some life. Alrighty, so we get a Scute Swarm as well. Lots of decisions here. I think the play is going to be... So they have 3 cards in hand. That'll give them only a -4/-4. So let's go ahead and play Prosperous Innkeeper. Alright, and then we go Dina. And then, since we gain life, they lose 1. And then I'm wondering if we play Blex or we flunk the Xanathar. Like, save up a flunk just in case they play some cards. Let's see. Let's go Scute Swarm. And then we can play Blex next turn and be a little bit more aggro since we are on the advantage here. We will swing in, bring him down to 3, and pass turn. Looking good. Looking good. So this is pretty much how the deck runs. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty consistent. Lots of ways to draw cards. Lots of ways to create pests. Alternate win con with Dina. alternate win con with Blex, you know, just all the good stuffs. Tend the Pests. Alright. I see you, opponent. We can tend the Pests better, though. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Alrighty. So we do lose our Scute Swarm. That's unfortunate. I mean, at least we get that out of their hand, though. And another Flonk. Yep. That's nice. Yeah, I didn't quite look at the Xanathar ability. Alrighty. Swing in for 5? No. Yeah, definitely the right play there. Alright, so we get a land. We're going down pretty quickly here at 21. So we can't flunk them yet, still, the Xanathar. Let's go ahead and Plumb the Forbidden without sacrificing anything. So sacrifice 0. We will go ahead and get a Pest, which is pretty nice. And we get a Fangblade. Sweet. Let's go play Fangblade. Yep. Get that down, gain some more life, and then we have Flunk available just in case they spend their card. So go to combat, and we don't swing in. Pass turn. Good game. What you mean, an opponent? They must have another Hideous Laughter. That's a really nice card. Oh, so they're playing our Tend the Pests. That's what's happening. Yeah, should have known. That's nice. That is really good. I need to play a deck with Xanathar. Cacophony, and not quite it yet. Another Cacophony, and is that it? No, still 2. Okay, so we're still alive here. So we have a Blex that we can play. Is it? Yeah, definitely Blex here. So boom. Play the front side, can't play the back side. Gain some life, and then we can flunk Xanathar, but he won't die yet. That's the sad part. Alright, let's go ahead and flunk Xanathar. So boom, we get another Pest here. Let's swing all in. But I think other than that, we're just dead just because of all the mill they have. So they can double block, block, and block, and we won't get any damage through. Yep. Alrighty, so maybe it was better to play the flunk next turn, just so we didn't, you know, get killed here. But we are going to lose this game, playing against a really good deck here, and boom. So, really good game to kind of show off the deck still. It's hard to beat a mill deck. They're taking everything off the top. They had everything. So, let's go ahead and play one more, and let's see how this deck does. Alrighty, playing against Gideon, and he has a Kaya Avatar. That's a little bit much for me. I don't know if I can accept that. Alrighty, cool. So let's go green mana. This is a great hand, by the way. We got everything we need. Sweet. So swamp here, Prosperous Innkeeper. We got Scute Swarm next turn. And the great part about this, actually, is we can play Scute Swarm using the treasure, and then we play our land, and we create an insect. Pretty nice. Alright, Tend the Pests is awesome with Daemogoth. Woe Eater. So like I said, Scute Swarm here. Autopay, and then we throw down our forest. Create an insect, gain some more life. No attacks, and pass the turn. This is going nice. This is going well. Okay, Revitalize. Not too big of a deal. Yep, not swinging in. Alright, so we have a flunk here. We can't quite kill the Hallowed Priest just yet. We will create another insect. So I think the play is to go Woe Eater. And then no attacks. And then we can just Tend the Pests on Woe Eater. Maybe next turn. We'll see what we draw into. A Blex might come into play or something. Yeah, Celestial Unicorn can get pretty scary. Alright, we'll sacrifice an insect. And we get another land. Sweet. Awesome. Create another insect. And let's see. So we can play Fangblade. And then... So we could also flunk the unicorn now. Okay, we'll pass the turn. And... let's go to combat. So let's swing in with Woe Eater. Lots of damage coming to the face here. And we're gonna get it through. Sweet. And then do we flunk now is the question. Let's say no, because even if they play a spell or a land or even both, we can still kill the unicorn. I just don't quite want to Tend the Pest just yet. Alright, Sustenance. Gonna give him some lifelink. They gotta draw a card as well, not too big of a deal. Another Revitalize, so they will start gaining life here. Let's flunk. Yeah, let's get the Sustenance off the battlefield. They'll get a counter, but that's not too big of a deal at all. So next turn, if we get a land, that would actually be pretty huge here with Scute Swarm. So boom, bada boom, we do get a land. Awesome. So instead, we create a copy of Scute Swarm, and then we have Tend the Pests for next turn. On their turn, of course. Alright, awesome. 3 out of 10, pass the turn. Actually, we do get to venture, and this time we will go down Findelver. Another Tend the Pest. We don't really want that there. So we'll throw it to the bottom, pass turn. So we're looking great. I mean, we're going to have tons of creatures here. And let's say we get a Blex. We have 7 pests, and then we have a Blex buffing all those pests. That's kind of what this deck's trying to do. Alright, another Rune of Sustenance. Awesome. Draw a card. Get lifelink. We have chump blockers. We have Tend the Pests. Alright, so they're on their end step. And we will just Tend the Pest here just in case something happens. Don't want to accidentally forget. The great part about Woe Eater is that when we sacrifice him, we do get to draw a card. We gain 2 life. He's just not quite as good as Daemogoth Titan because of all the... Yeah, that's sweet. I mean, look at all those life gain. Because of all the power he has. Alrighty, create another one here. We have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage here, and they can block 2 of it. So I think that's just victory there. Because they gain life after damage is dealt, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go ahead and go to combat and swing in. If I'm wrong, we still survive and we have tons of pests just to clean it off next turn. But I think we're good. Okay, there goes Innkeeper. Not too big of a deal. And they do gain life. Okay, so I was mistaken there. I felt as if they didn't. Let's create a goblin. For some reason. I think I remember like in a past game it didn't work that way. So that's interesting. But next turn we're going to be creating 4 more Scute Swarms, which is awesome. Okay. Yeah, that costs, what, 6 mana for them to gain 4 life and we to lose 4? Alright, so they gain some more life. We will go ahead and scry with Witherbloom Campus. Throw the land to the bottom. Awesome, and we get another Prosperous Innkeeper. Alright, let's go ahead and throw down Prosperous Innkeeper, and then we'll throw down our Forest. Boom, boom, boom. Forest, we get the 4. And with that, I still don't think we have lethal just yet. We will still swing in with everything. We just have so much creatures that we don't even mind losing 1 Scute Swarm or anything. Alright. That is fine with us. Okay, so we bring them down to 6, and then they gain the 7 and go up to 1. So we definitely have them next turn if they can't gain just as much life. Oh, actually, lost my life and Delver. Boom, and we get the victory. Sweet. So there's the deck, guys. Pretty fun. I mean, we made tons of pests. We didn't get a Blex on the battlefield here. So of course that's still gonna happen, but I mean, look at how many insects we created. Let's say we drew into a Blex, all of a sudden you double all the power of all these insects, and that's just nuts. So let's go ahead and get into wrap up and talk about the deck, and let's see what we can change. Alrighty, so there you have it. There was our Blex Pest deck here, and I had a lot of fun playing this one. Now, this is a little bit of a shorter video than I normally do. I'm playing 2 games. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys felt about that. It doesn't show off the deck as much, but I feel like it's nicer to have quicker videos rather than longer ones that you guys don't want to watch. Alright, let's get into this deck wrap-up. So, lots of fun. I love Blex. I think he's a really good card. He's a little bit tougher to run in this standard because all we really have is pests that are really good. But I love Scute Swarm. I think 3, maybe even 4 copies of him is totally worth it. So I think you can throw in some other cards that'll let you put land on the battlefield for Scute Swarm in particular, because let's say you're creating all these insects, you're putting more lands on the battlefield, just ramping up so you can get to that 6 lands sooner, and then you're just doubling all the insects you create, and then with Blex we swing in with double that power. So that could be pretty nuts to put in here. I think Sedgemoor Witch is worth it. We didn't really draw into much Plumb the Forbiddens when it really mattered. I mean, in that last game there, if we Plumb the Forbidden all those pests with a Sedgemoor Witch on the battlefield, we would have drawn tons of cards and maybe even like killed ourselves with the 3 life that it's taking, or just 1 life. Yeah, really fun. I think Dina is worth it in this deck here because, you know, it's just an alternate win condition. I mean, that's why we have Bellatrix Witherbloom. He's not really useful to what we're trying to do, but we get a flyer out there and we're creating insects every single turn. That's pretty hard to come back from. Yeah, I mean, not much else I can say here. I think if you're going to play a little bit more competitively, definitely add a couple more removal spells. I think that's always the case with my decks. I don't like playing removal. I like letting people play Magic, and I like playing Magic myself, so I'm going to respect them. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it down in the comments below, and let me know what I can change about this deck. I really want to get this one working because I love Blex. I want to see how I can make him better. And yeah, also leave me down in the comments how you felt about the video in general, things I can change, things that you enjoyed, stuff like that. All right, that's it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Alrighty, that'll do it. If you guys did enjoy, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming arena standard content. And of course, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a freaking fantastic day.